Oh, apparently
Uh-huh.
it was all good just a week ago.
Yep.
So as the popular Jay-Z song goes, it was all good just a week ago. When the
Yep.
Cowboys were riding high and had high hopes for a deep playoff run. It quickly got derailed by an upstart young Packers team that came into Dallas and throttled them and sent them back.
They ass.
That raised a lot of eyebrows and started finger pointing in a large degree. And not the players that were doing the finger pointing, it was family members. You had brothers, nephews, cousins, mamas, aunties, baby mamas.
Everybody that didn't play.
Right. Everybody had something to say and who to blame.
Yep.
Right. So then Dalton Schultz, former Cowboys tight end and current member of the Houston Texans, entered the chat and decided to air out how things were in the facility day to day. And what I can only describe as a mass ball of confusion and dysfunction that goes on inside the building each and every day.
Yeah, he was in a very toxic environment, as he said.
Absolutely. So the question I have for you, Kurt, is where do the Cowboys go from here? Are they on the edge of a cliff, or can they reel it back in?
They go to hell.
Damn.
They're not on the edge of the cliff. They ass put bricks on the accelerator and jumped off with the car.
Wow.
And then looked around and said, I didn't know the road end. You know, the old Coyote and Road Runner cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the wolf, the coyote, is sitting there and the rock gets pulled, and all of a sudden you see the question mark and the coyote just drops. That's where Dallas is right now. That's the situation that's happening with Dallas.
A lot of questions.
So much so. When I was listening to Dalton and hearing him and reading his words, because I said, ain't no damn way. Just like with Denver, ain't no damn way. How are you in a NFL environment and you're telling me that you are working out, that you are in your place of work and there's people, random people, knocking on the door, walking past you, you on the elliptical, and Frankie Joe is on the elliptical asking for an autograph. What? He said it was a zoo.
They did.
People tapping on the glass, trying to get your attention.
Like you're an attraction.
Like you are a animal in a zoo. Right? He said when he got to Houston, he was shocked. Because he was like, oh, that's not normal. Y'all don't have people just coming through and, as he says here, tapping on the glass while I'm working to do power cleans. That's the brand that's built. Listen, we've thought it, but until here, we've never heard it. We've never seen it front and center because everybody's kept it so quiet. But one thing has been the common denominator. And as he said in this third sentence, that's the brand that they built. And that's what the owner, the cutter of the check, the person who has their name on the right side of that check, the what they call when you, what is it? Emasculate? The emasculator?
That's a strong word.
Yeah. The emasculator. Because here's the thing. Most owners you never hear. You don't even know them.
Nope.
They could pull up right next to you and you would have no idea that that's the owner of an NFL franchise. Not Jerry Jones.
Front and center all the time.
Not the person that, if I was a player looking at it, there's nothing a coach could tell me. Because if I've gotten good with Jerry, you'll leave before I will. And that's been proven more times than one. He cannot get out his own way. He had a coach that could have made Dallas the New England Patriots of that time. He had the team. He had the coach that was a mover of men. They could have reeled off who knows how many championships.
You talking
True
about
dynasty.
Parcells?
I'm talking about Johnson, Jimmy.
Okay.
And then he gets Parcells. He gets a do-over. And he pooped. Listen, The thing about Jimmy and Parcells, they're men's men.
That's there.
They're men's men. And one of the things with them coaching, you're not going to get in the way of the good character and discipline they're looking to set.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you and the last thing is you're not going to contradict me. You're not going to undermine me. And you're talking about two men that would say, I'll leave before that happens. And they left.
Yep.
They left. And so looking at this, man, if you're a Dallas fan again, if you're wondering why you are winning impotent, this is why. There's not enough Viagra and Cialis in the world right now that can get y'all erect.
Damn, Kurt.
There's not enough Blue Chews. There's not enough honey packs that can get y'all to stand up. Y'all get into the room and y'all flaccid.
Wow.
That's what's going on.
Damn.
Y'all flaccid right now.
Listen, no more battle rap for you for the show. That's what I just want to put that out there. Just want to make it plain and clear. No more battle rap for you for the show. You're R&B now on. You're R&B and jazz. Screen shit. I don't need this.
Yeah.
You too spicy today. You too spicy today. Well, you are habanero today. Okay?
Yeah.
Habanero wing today.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all delusional. Y'all look. Well, even they saying it. Y'all delusional.
That's a common theme. There should be extra D in Dallas Cowboys. It'd be the delusional Dallas Cowboys. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I mean, we've gone over this several times, and it just giving more evidence to the contrary. And seeing Cowboy fans, including Skip Bayless, getting on the Cowboys about not making any moves in free agency, and everybody else is, cap or no cap. They're trying to work it to the best of abilities, right?
They failed in the free agency.
I mean, again, and it's the cover is getting bare at this point. Like another, big time name just dropped. Danielle Hunter just signed, so it ain't much left out there.
None.
Outside of the people you've let go already. Tyron Smith's still out there, but you cut him. So you guess what? You're not trying to resign him. No running back, of any ilk or any skin in the game is there yet. Again, and you're going to sit here and tell me that you're going to fix all these problems in the draft? I don't know. So, and on top of the fact that Jerry said that, he's always about winning. He's going to go all in, and try to make the best of this last bit of run. Back on the last year of his deal. Micah's coming up for a new deal. So is CD.
They took the window out. The window's not closing. They took the window out.
Damn. Well, that answers the question then. Are they on the edge of about to fall off, or can they really back in? You saying they about to fall off.
They fall off. The window's closed.
Yeah. Listen, let's put the pieces together real quick. So Dak is on last year of his deal, and we understand and we get what Dak is at this point. We know who he is as far as the quarterback is concerned. B-, B+. He's Kirk Cousins with a little more melanin, right?
And if you don't think that he ain't paid attention to that damn Kirk Cousins signing,
exactly.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah, that's one. So that we know that Dan Quinn not coming back. He's the rival now. So your defense coordinator's gone. So no matter who you have on defense talent-wise, Gilmore's gone, and so Trayvon Diggs come back off ACL, and there's no Dan Quinn.
Okay.
So your defense is going to be different.
Yep.
Because if you're foolish enough to believe that the personnel can be what the personnel is, despite having a good defense coordinator, you're fooling yourself.
Okay.
Because I'll give you a prime example. The Browns defense had a hellified talent for the last 4 years, and they didn't get good until they got Jim Schwartz.
Yep.
So again, the quarterback and personnel marriage in this league, this day and age, makes for a good defense. Outside of that, you're going to regress. So the defense is going to regress. Dak Prescott is who he is. The defense is going to regress, and the fact that you don't have any star power outside of your quarterback and your receiver. You have no running game. Your line is a shambles.
Gone.
And if the defense can't carry you like they did last year, what's going to happen?
Somebody going to have to go. I'm predicting it here now. Somebody going to have to go because you can't pay all three.
You can't. So let's project. With them having if they have a terrible season this year.
Yes.
So for my money, my projection is McCarthy gets fired.
Okay.
Dak leaves.
Yep.
Micah asks for a trade and they re-sign CeeDee Lamb. Those are my 4 things that happen. What do you say?
Shit, you can mix them all up and it all comes out the same thing. Dak leaves, Micah leaves, CD stays, CD leaves, Micah stays, McCarthy gets fired. you can, and if we looking at the Marvel universe, Doctor Strange can look at all these scenarios, and out of all of them, only one's going to work. And that one is a 1 in a whatever trillion scenario, because you realistically are not going to be able to pay what Dak is going to command, what Micah's going to command, and what CD's going to command. And you're coming up.
And don't think that he ain't see that Brian Burns contract that's in his division now. Brian Burns got paid $30 million.
Don't think he ain't going to see what Chris Jones got paid.
Yep.
Don't think he's not going to look at Myles Garrett and Bosa and what they got paid. Right? And don't think that he's not going to look and say, y'all going to have to break the bank, because I am going to reset the market.
Yeah. And then to get the CD, he going to see what Justin Jefferson likely going to get. And
Chase.
Chase is going to get, so he's going to want that too.
So they're going to be jockeying, because none of them want to be the first person. They want to see what the other person get and adjust from there.
Yeah.
And you're coming up with Dak, who's going to command and want no less than $60 million.
He's making 60 now. So, and that's the market value. Anywhere between $50 to $60 million is the market value right now for a starting quarterback.
So with all that, you can't pay all three.
Can't do it.
And you have no running game.
None.
You lost Zeke. Now Pollard's gone. You didn't go out to Aaron Jones, who I would have went for immediately, because there's no way you're going to,
even on a 1-year deal, I would have spent the tires on it.
You're not going to gut me the way you gutted me, and don't think that if you become available, I'm not going to pick you up.
Right.
He's a hellified running back. He can catch. He can run.
He's dual threat all day. Like, listen, he's highly serviceable. And I'm surprised that the Packers didn't keep him, with him and Josh Jacobs being a 1-2 combo. But that's a whole other conversation.
And now you don't have an offensive line.
No, because Tyron Smith is gone. Biotis is gone. He's in Washington at your rival. So you missed the 2 linemen out of the 5. And you said you're going to tell me that you're going to replace that and find a running back in the draft?
And you don't have any young players that are on rookie contracts
to replace them. That's it.
So now what you're going to do?
Not much, obviously, not much. But if I was them, this is what I would do. To be frank and honest with you, this is what I would do. I would pick a person. I mean, I would argue that if I had to pick between Micah and CD, I would trade CD. I can find another receiver quicker than I can find another dominant edge rusher.
Yes.
So I would argue that I would make it a point to maybe trade CD at this point. Rather than get into the game, I have to pay him. Trade him for draft capital and go young. Because again, do you want to go with this mystique of this franchise and the eyes that it has on it every single year, and the expectation that it has on it every single year? Do you really want to go into? It's kind of like the Lakers situation without the titles. Like, Lakers never go into the draft or rebuild with young players. They always retool. So you have to retool with a quarterback that's experienced. You can't go out here and get Justin Fields, or go out here and get a rookie and expect the fans to be okay with the idea of having the growing pains of a new quarterback.
Right.
So you're stuck with paying Dak. So you have to pay Dak. You pay Micah. You trade CD and do your best to rebuild in the next 2 years and figure it out. Because again, you're going to have to make a decision one way or the other. So why not get ahead of it? And trade CD, get yourself another receiver in the draft. And just start over. Because again, I think it's the learning curve to get another receiver on the same page with Dak is quicker than you having to replace the quarterback, the edge rusher, and the wide receiver. So
I love what G.A. Patriot said. He put the Cowboys to the bad boys thing. Like, Cowboys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they all
leave you? That's
funny. I like that. I like that, Jay.
That was a good one. That was definitely a good one. He on fire today, both of y'all. I'm just sitting back moderating. Y'all handle business today. That's for sure. But I mean, seriously,
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead,
real quick. Give me 3 sentences. Do you think Cowboys panic? Do something with do something with Dak, thinking that Trey Lance could be a better player.
No, I just go back to my argument about them not investing in a young all-star quarterback. I mean, again, they got rid of Trey Lance for whatever reason in San Fran, Do you think that his ability to play quarterback with McCarthy is going to be any better than what Dak is doing right now? Dak had one of his best seasons this past year with McCarthy. It didn't pan out in the playoffs, obviously, but he had one of his best seasons. So you want to go from that to having Trey Lance be your quarterback? Then Jerry's not going to stand for that.
Okay, I just threw it out there to try.
Okay, but yeah, overall, man, they have to figure out a path to getting younger and inexpensive at different positions. Because again, Michael's going to command top dollar, and so is Dak. And you already Trayvon Diggs is already making top dollars a corner. So you got 3 people making big money. So go out and find yourself a solid young left tackle. Paying Zach Martin. Zach Martin made big money too. Let's not forget that. So is matter of fact, so is DeMarcus Lawrence.
See,
so I would try to trade DeMarcus Lawrence too. I would do that. Try to figure something for him. He gonna get what you need from like the CD level deal. You don't get that. You don't get the CD level deal, but you gonna get something. It's somebody paid for DeMarcus Lawrence's services. So I would try to move some pieces because again, you're not gonna rebuild and tear it down, but I would say you got to retool at least and move some things around and get younger. Because again, if you don't do it now, if you wait until the 11th hour and all these people get their hand out, this team is going to be completely and utterly gutted, and they're going to be finishing 5th, like you said, in division. Yeah, and that's something when you get the Giants in division who look worse than you on paper.
Yep, and the Giants are favored more than the Cowboys right now because their window is closed. People said this, that window is closed.
Yeah, like you said, they tore the window off the house. They ain't no window there.
It ain't nothing but bricks.
That's it. They tore the window out and they bricked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they filled it with bricks. So yeah, I can't really get behind the idea that the Cowboys are gonna be any better this year. So I mean, quick bold prediction before we move on to free agency. So do you believe that let's go in order. Who do you think finishes in order in the division? Sight unseen right now. I got the Eagles, the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Giants in that order.
I got the Eagles, the Commanders, the Giants, and the Cowboys.
There you have it. Okay. All right. So yeah, we've gotten past that whole drama, and with the Cowboys, or doing or not doing at this point, got the Cowboys fans in a frenzy because they haven't done anything in free agency. But what it's a, I guess you can say it's a slow burn because you have to pay the other guys come next season. So you spend the money now, you're not gonna have it later.
Nope.
I guess that's where it lands.